tell you that people are now more socially disconnected than ever before. This generation is literally so much disconnected. Even though we are living in the world of social media where we are all connected with each other, we all have the phone and we can easily do contact or can call anyone from whenever or wherever, right? But then also we are more socially disconnected from the people. That is what I find problem now time. And because of that, we are now facing social anxiety. People are not able to communicate or not able to interact with the people. That is what the problem is. People are not even able to communicate more than 1 or 2 minutes. They have literally have no human communication skill. They lack this human communication skill. Especially I see this problem in teenage guy. And the second problem that I see in a people is that people are lacking the critical thinking. They are not able to think about certain topic in a more deeper way. They just think of any topic at surface level and that is it. And I see in a people that they think in terms of more emotionally rather than logically. It means whatever decision they are going to make, they make the decision on the basis of emotion, not on the basis of the logic. That is what I see the problem in the people. The cause of this problem, the reason behind this problem is consumerism, which is social media. We all consume content available on social media such as YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and so many other social media platforms. We all consume content available on this platform, right? And let me tell you, in social media, there are total two types of content. The first type of content is that from which our life improves, from which our life, from which we can see improvement in our life, such as podcast, courses, and some educational videos, right? From watching this type of content, it improves or it uplifts our life. The second type of content, which is totally garbage, which is totally useless, such as Instagram reels. Although Instagram reels are good, but 99 percentage reels are just time wasting, are just are what we can say, it is just a garbage. That is what I can say, right? And the Netflix and the entertainment content we watch on a social media platform, this all is garbage. From watching this all stuff kind of thing, our life is not going to improve, but it will impact us in a more negative way. That is what the reason behind our lack of communication and lack of critical thinking. The other problem that I see in a people is that they literally talk so much, right? Whenever we encounter with that this type of guy, they just talk about themselves. They just talk about what happened to them, why happened to them, and where happened to them. They just talk about them. And as a result, we never get a time to ask a question or to talk about ourselves. They just consider of ourselves as we are just a robot where we are just listening, and we become an object or an object who is not living, who is just like a wall, who is just listening. That is how we feel, right? And This type of people have basically are what we can say to today's people. That is what I see that is what the other problem that I see in a people. If you do any important thing in your life, such as building a business or doing a content creation or doing a or learning any skill, then what most people will think of you is that they will think of you as a weird, they will think of you as a cringe guy, right? And if you do the things which such as and if you do the things which are not important for you, and the things which does not matter to you, such as going to the party, using a Instagram and just talking all day long about bullshit type of thing, and just doing the things which makes you cool and which makes the people around you cool, that is what people will find more important. But that is not, that should not be that way. People has literally normalized this all bullshit thing, and people has literally abnormalized this all important thing from which our life improve, from which our life can change. But that should not be that, but this should not be that way. Let me tell you that what most people are doing, what the masses are doing, they are just distracting themselves from substances, and which is our mobile phone. This is the biggest drug in our life, right? And second thing they are doing is that they are just seeking for more and more pleasure in the form of Instagram reels, in the form of entertainment content available on internet. They just seek for the pleasure, and they just distract themselves from doing meaningful thing in their life. Let me tell you that people who are distracting themselves and the people who are just find seeking for more and more pleasure, it means masses, this all are just growing day by day. They have literally no self-awareness, they are distracting themselves. They have literally no idea that they are seeking for more pleasure. They have no idea of what they are doing, and that is why they are just distracting themselves and just seeking for more and more pleasure. Let me tell you that at certain point the impact of this all thing, which is that human behavior, it will be shown in a society, it will be shown in a government, so that it will just collapse, right? This is what I think will happen at certain point, just because of this consumerism society. That is it for this video. Bye bye.